Okay, here we go. First, I'm going to show you my Dropbox here. I have Dropbox right here. Here's Dropbox. In this Dropbox, I created a directory for remove. And within that directory, I created the text file list, which has the files and their destinations in it. And these are the two target files that are within the list text document right here. So let me just show you this. There's how it is right there. It's formatted. Space in between. File name, file destination. Close that up. And for testing purposes on this computer, I set the destinations to my E drive. So I'll show you that right here. That'll be in this drive. This will be my target folder just for the testing purposes right now. So the A and B file should be dumped right into here, which I have hard coded into the code itself. So instead of it reading through the text file to get the destination, it kind of just I hard coded it in to drop them right in my E drive right here, just for testing purposes. But I will switch that back. That'll be switched back to take the destinations from the list file and place those files in that destination. So here we go. Okay. Here's the program. First what I'm going to do is we're going to run it right now. Here's the output console. I'll rerun it. Here we go. It tells you right here. It says I pretty much stuck with what it gave me for the tutorials and lessons. So you go to this website, so I'm going to go to this website. So the website I'm going to go to get my authorization key. Okay, I'm going to give it access. Here's the key, which I had originally instructed the user to copy and paste it into the program, so we're copying it now. We're going to go back into this, go back into Eclipse where it's running. And for my next thing, it tells you I'm going to copy the authorization code right in there. Copied it. I'm going to hit enter, and once I hit enter, the program is just going to run through and do exactly what it's supposed to do. It's going to I'll go through it step by step here. Hit enter. It's connected to my account. Okay, it's pretty much done there. Here's what it did. This is what I told it to do. It goes through. I entered this authorization code in. It completed the authorization process, received the token. Once it got the token, the program verifies the token, which is in this line right here. It'll tell you which account it's linked up to verify that the token is successful, which it is. It's got my account name. Go down here. Next part of the program, it tries to download the file from the move directory, and once that's successful, it goes down to the next step, which is it'll list the file that has downloaded with the metadata from the list.txt file, which right here. After that, it's going to go through. It's going to open that file. It's going to read it. It's going to iterate through the lines of the list file, and it'll parse them lines, and it'll take the first part of the parse line, and it'll store that into a variable, which is the variable right here. It'll store it into a string variable named file name. That's how it'll be stored in. And then the second part of the parse string, that will be stored into file destination, which is where the file is supposed to go. So you can see right here I listed it. The sample now parse. Sample now parse the line, use the file name, file destination, and then it'll tell you right here the file name. File name a.txt will be copied from the user's Dropbox account to the destination that was in the text file. But for testing purposes, and since I'm running it on my machine, I have set the destination up. I hard coded that in there to place it right here. I put it into the into my E drive just for testing purposes. So, but once you guys get a hold of that, it should have the it'll utilize the correct destinations that are in that text file. I just have it call on the variable with the destination. Okay, and after that, alright, you got that done. This is just telling you once again that it took the first part of the parse line and is using that to grab the file from your Dropbox on the move directory, and it's and it'll tell you right here this is where it's being placed / WMM24, and basically it'll go parse the next line, which is using a while loop to parse through, and it'll grab this. Does the same exact thing as we did for the A text file, goes through and does it for the B text file, and that'll keep going through the while loop while the file that we list file that we originally downloaded has the next line to be read. And here it is. I use the while loop with input.has next to iterate through that file and basically store the parse strings into two separate variables. And that's it. And then down here, I just closed the input that I was using, that was reading the file. And that's it. And then I'll show you what just happened here. Right here we have the, I told you I was going to move to the E file, my E drive. And here we are, here's the A file and the B file that was moved to the E drive. So that's it. And like I said, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to send you guys the revised copy where it doesn't send to the D drive. It'll send to exactly to the destination that's specified in the text in the list file. So,